I would say for herbal products in particular, it does matter if certain herbs are licensed or not licensed. And that's because certain herbs have a pharmacological action. They actually have an effect on the body. And for those particular herbs, it's very important that the actual quality of the herb is of the highest standard, and also it's important that the patient or the consumer receives appropriate, reliable, approved information with that particular herbal product. So it's important that they're licensed. With unlicensed herbal products that are sometimes sold as food supplements, they don't have that information with the product, and also they do not have to comply to certain quality standards.
When we have herbal products, we need to know that what it says on the packet is what you actually get inside, and that it is consistent. And so if a product says it contains, 200 milligrams of such and such, we need to know that that is correct. We need to be reassured that it has been regulated in some way. And so the latest regulations that have come in with the MHRA, from my point of view, and I feel for all medics, it gives it a sort of a seal of authority, if you like, that these things are okay. And I think it's particularly useful also to have a data sheet inside, so that you can get some linkage in with adverse effects with other medications or other substances and that sort of thing.
All these reasons, the MHRA, as the regulatory body, recognised that the unlicensed status of these herbal products meant that they had very little information about what risk the general public was at. So that's why they drove very much down the route of regulation of herbal medicines. The situation is that the government and the MHRA are very keen on regulation of medicinal herbs. However, the cost of actually manufacturing licensed herbal products is higher than the manufacture of unlicensed herbal product equivalents. And what has happened is, since it became law that herbal products needed to be licensed through these new laws, which happened in April 2011, a number of companies have started moving their unlicensed herbal products over to food supplement status, and saying that these unlicensed herbal medicines were food supplements all along. And the difficulty with food supplements is they do not have to comply to the same quality standards as medicines, and they don't have approved patient information with the product either. And so what the government is facing is a situation where in certain areas of sale to the general public, there are two types of products available: herbal food supplements with all the issues that I've described, and also these licensed herbal medicines. It's worth mentioning, though, that in mass market retailers like the supermarkets and also the pharmacy chains like Boots and Lloyd's Pharmacy, the only herbal medicines the only herbal products that you can buy in these outlets are these licensed herbal medicines. Where there are more issues are in the health food stores, where we tend to see unlicensed herbal food supplements being sold alongside these licensed herbal medicines. And that's something which the MHRA will need to address in the coming months.
Well, as a GP, I often recommend natural medicines and medications to my patients, and they really seem to like that. But what tonight's brought home is that there are regulated and unregulated medications, herbal treatments. And it's very important that patients know that, because they just assume that everything is the same. So from my point of view, what I'm taking away is that licensed medication is the key. We need to know what those are, and Schwabe put together a very good list of that medication that I can then give to my patients and say, that's what you want to try, that's sound and sensible, and I approve of that.
I'm enormously impressed. I always come to these meetings hoping I'll learn something really interesting, but this was quite scarily new for me, because I genuinely thought I knew exactly what was going on with the regulations. The MHRA had made it perfectly clear on their website. As far as we were concerned, we could reassure our readers, our viewers, that it was safe. From April 1st or April 30th, 2011, I could say to my viewers, my readers, nope, any product that is not licensed is not legal. Now it transpires, it's any product except all those ones that have found a loophole. And that, to me, is news.
I think this evening has been valuable. I think that it has expanded the minds of medics. A lot of medics are very narrow in thinking about biomedicine or Western medicine, and that I think tonight provided them the opportunity, and I think they grabbed that opportunity in looking at things that are outside normal Western medicine. Okay. And that up to this day we have been fairly blinkered in the general medic type sphere in looking at purely Western medicine, whereas this opened their eyes.